All right. Once we hear Derek's loud clap. Oh, you ready to clap? All right. So, episode MJ year for the Blue Capital
Damn.
Academy podcast. Damn. 23. That sounds like a very lit number.
It is, but we're gonna refer to it as the Bron number
Oh,
again.
okay. Oh,
Sorry,
Here we go. So, we got to really get technical over here.
the real 23.
All right. So, the topic we're going to talk about is why do traders have beef with other traders? And I'm just gonna speak on my behalf, in my opinion, on what I see on in the forex niche. I feel like a lot of other traders get so highly focused on, who is the best trader, who do they look up to, who's catching, the most pips, who's the man, who got the best platform, like this and that. And in reality, you really gotta let this sink in and be like, look, everyone that has gotten involved in the forex space or are claiming to be the GOAT or this and that, and people that know who I am just because I'm wearing a sweater, please do not mistake in this. I don't like to claim myself that I'm the GOAT whatsoever. Never have, never will. It's just not my interest because I feel like people should be getting involved into trading. It's for themselves. It's for you to really personally have that personal development of you growing, right? And I feel like a lot of people get so caught up with like the hype on who has the best platform, who can you really learn from. Like, yes, the outlet of information when it comes to forex is everywhere, but at the end of the day, it comes to you of applying that time. So if you're the type of person that want to expose someone if they're trading on a demo or real account, you gotta see how much they're currently making, to validate that they have credibility. You're wasting your time because at the end of the day, like as I referred to, you're still gonna be learning the skill set independently, no matter how you put it. If you have someone that's walking through step by step, how are you truly going to be a truly independent trader? There's only so much that a person could guide you through being successful. Showing you the platform is success as it is, So don't be the person that's going to try to expose people. If they're going to do that, look, you got to look at your time being valued. The amount of time that you're trying to expose someone for not being real, not being authentic, cool. Let them happen. Let it happen. Let it all play out because that karma and all that time that they putting in of not providing any real value to themselves or to their audience is not going to pay off long term at all. And you got to look at it from the long term since forex is a long term skill set. It's not a shortcut. Hey, I'm rich. I made this profit. All right, peace, bye, blah, blah, blah. So like if you focus on yourself, you're going to see the most greatest reward, the most greatest skill set that you apply to yourself. But if you're focusing on all the beef and who's your mentor over and over and over, look, they're living their life, like we are. Those people are not the only ones that are making money. There are other people that we don't even know of. They're trading on the daily time frame, and you don't even know who they are. Mm-hmm. They're probably in Jamaica right now as we speak, smoking a fat blunt.
Facts, major facts.
And they're like, damn, and you don't even know because you're focusing on all the beef, who's the best trader, who has the best platform. And I've seen, and I'm being real, there's other platforms I've seen that's completely trash. Like all of a sudden, you come in, you learn how to somewhat trade, you have no credibility, and then you show no withdrawals at all, and you're showing this and that, and then you're down talking about who's has the best platform and this and that. Makes no sense. You can't just start up an academy and not even create an LLC. Where's the EIN number? I'm not even gonna be asking for people that establish. I'm like, yo, is your company really authentic as you say it is? Find out for yourself. Invest in yourself. If it didn't work out, cool, you move on. So like, don't be like, yeah, I gotta compare myself to the next person. Oh, this platform is gonna make me rich. People got the mentality wrong.
Right. No, I feel you. I think it I'm gonna get a little bit philosophical on here. Throw it back to, caveman days, right? The whole thing when it came down to a male is, the competition portion.
Yeah.
They're fighting for something, right? So everybody wants to fight to be at the top, and this industry is dominated by male personalities. So in that sense, it just, to me, in nature, there's gonna be beef. It's the ones that kind of take it for what it is, and it's like, look, I see this as a skill. I'm gonna improve myself, and like Lil Wayne said, real G's move in silence like lasagna. Like a real person that's gonna really learn this and actually succeed with it. They're probably going to turn around and actually succeed with it when they focus just on themselves, like you're talking about. When you're talking about the people that focus on finessing or whatever it is, they've just sold themselves short and didn't put the effort in because it was the easy way out.
Yeah.
And then all they're doing is sitting here trying to down talk somebody, or they're trying to make it look like they're better than the other individual because it's just a competition at that point. Me personally, I'm not worried about the competition.
Yeah.
Because if I can focus
That's like
on myself,
majority of a lot of people are worried about, because like it's true, like we get it from time to time. Like like we have like students, like no shade for anyone that's a part of like IML. Like I have good friends that's a part of it, but like they always like trying to compare like the platforms, like or my good friend Q, like they were like, hey, like like it's like stop comparing, like to what is better. If you find true value behind it, if that person could really truly guide you, step by step, but you gotta put in that other 50%. They're not just gonna walk your hand through everything.
Right.
Like it does work, but it's not for everybody if they don't have the correct mindset. If you have the wrong mindset, I'm sorry, just give up.
right.
Like, and I have told people straight up, like, look, your mindset is not correct. You're going to have to, take a break or just go and figure out what you truly want.
Right.
So,
Well, a lot of those people you'll see follow my Forex signals for $112, a month, right? Shit like that.
Yeah.
When you're looking at that, you're like, well, I mean, really, why am I going to follow that right now when I haven't seen your return on investment yet? There's a lot of work to be put in to become successful. You don't have to put in a lot of work to finesse.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I
And
think
that's
the
the problem.
easiest
And
way
that's the
out.
problem. Like, everyone feels like they got to finesse. Like, even though the world is really cold, like, and people are getting finesse, like every day, like people are getting finesse. Like if they're, giving them false promises, like, this is, the return that you're going to get. And then you don't live up to the hype. You don't live up to the hype, and you don't expect what you're expected, right? So and they're like, oh man, it's too good.
Right. And that's where I think transparency comes into play when you're talking about being honest with people that you're surrounded by, that want to learn from you or whatever. As long as you're transparent and they know what's going on, then, I mean, at that point, you're going to build a rapport where people have that trust, where it's like, hey, they can admit their wrongs. They can go back. They can find out what was wrong, correct it, and, apply the actual literature that we've been teaching or that anybody's been actually learning. So when that time is put into it, to me, that's more valuable than making a quick couple grand off of some people just finessing, right? And the reason why I say finessing so much is because this industry, I've learned in 16 months, this industry is filled with finessers, and it's filled with people that want to shoot other people down. Yeah. And it's baffling to me, because when I think of this industry, like whenever I see that, do these people really understand what $6.6 trillion looks like? Yeah. Like if you can just imagine what that looks like, and that's on a daily basis, everybody would be helping everybody. Yeah. You're right. And it would be one big industry, but nope. Competition is competition. Yeah. I get that there's competition, but there's a good way to have competition. You don't have to shoot the other down to make yourself look better. Yeah. Because at that point, to me, you're making yourself look worse, because if you have to shoot me down to make yourself look better, that makes me feel like you're insecure and that I'm doing something that you can't. Yeah. Right? And you're afraid that when someone actually sees what I'm doing, or, just using me as an example, if someone sees that and they're like, oh, I got to try and bury this person, I got to make them look bad. Well, if they're going to make me look bad, you know what? Do that, because you're going to make yourself look 10 times worse in the road.
And I've seen a lot of like really, really top good traders, like I just never speak behalf of it, because, I know my lane, and that lane is not to talk about other people's accomplishments or drama that they had or encounter it. It's just like I value time a lot. So like when I see people focus on it, it's just like, look, you got to ask yourself, is this benefiting you in any type, shape, or form? Like,
Right.
it's not. Is it improving your income? Is it improving your goals that you said that you want to retire your parents? No. Like, all you're doing is just praising a person's name within that situation and escalating it into a further mess that shouldn't even be a mess in the first place. So, like, it's like, why? Like, you know, like they accomplished what they accomplished, but it's just like, why are you feeding into negative energy when you want to be preaching that you're all about positive and helping people, but that's like right there, you
Right.
know? So like, when it comes into the whole trading space, you have to be as strong-minded as possible. Like, you know, if you're a beginner and you're taking signals, just know that you are taking a risk with your own capital. You have no one to blame it on. Just because a person has a 6-7 figure income on the trading side, not having a platform or saying that like, yeah, he's great, doing great on the sales with the company side, does not mean he's going to guarantee you success. He's already there. The person's already there. You got to create your own path and be like, look, I am not giving up. He was a great motivation, this and that. He's there. Cool. And apply all that hard work. And it's eventually going to pay off. Like, no one that comes into the Forex niche had an easy path. I don't give a fuck. Anyone you could say that to anyone. Whoever ever had an easy path is lying.
Facts.
Like, it's
Facts.
completely lying. Because, like, everyone has gone through a roller coaster, which is caused as a struggle. So,
Right.
like, you have to have your ups and downs.
Right.
So, like, if you can't just say, oh, yeah, I came to the Forex niche and I've never lost. Like, I don't want to hear that.
That's a bold-faced
no,
lie.
like, it's like, no.
Yeah.
Like, and going about where a lot of people that say that they have, like, going to the people, like, I have a very, really nudge about this when people all of a sudden want to create a platform. Like, if you guys probably heard from like my story myself, like a lot of people don't know is that I had a free Telegram for a whole year and I was giving out trade ideas for free. I'm talking about free value, getting on Zoom calls from London session to New York, no sleeping, no coffee. It was just pure passion, you know? And then from there, it escalated. Like, you got to look at everything as a business plan, right? So it escalated from there, getting now the value, creating a whole community space, and now gaining people's trust. So after that, you know, going through all that, and then now putting myself in, like, hey, these people are actually, you know, rocking with me. So then it made me decide to create a platform for the people. And then from there, it escalated, because from all that free value, changing testimonials over and over and over and over again. And I did it out of the passion, out of the big heart that I have. And then from there, it escalated until now. So, like, where I see a lot of people creating platforms, it's like, all right, who the fuck are you?
Right.
Right? It's like, where is the value behind what you're trying to, you know, try to get across? All of a sudden, you just own an academy. Like, anyone could go and create an LLC and book and this and that, but if you don't have like the proper content, you have no game planning to what you're trying to reach or what is your end goal to this, it's like, why? Now you're just doing it for the clout. You could automatically see it when you read a person. Like, you're like, all right, this person's just doing it just so he could just be known. You know, oh, he gives out fire pips throughout the weeks. He never loses. He's very consistent. Like, if you could teach, cool, and then you have duplicatable students, great. For people that learn from someone, should not be going, all right, yeah, I'm going to go create my own academy. It's just like this and that. Like, no, that's not how it works. You got to make a name for yourself by giving out free value. That's how you're going to really, really, truly win. You know, you have to build your own audience. You can't just be like, hey, I learned how to trade, and then the next day, you know, I decided to take this very seriously. Like, no. Like, this is like a staged process of how you really want to go about it. And then that's when people can't say you're all about the clout. People can't say that you ain't shit. You have credibility. You have trust. You have a community. now it's easy to establish a company.
Right.
Like you can't just all of a sudden just start something and then because you learn how to trade. Like you have no, like I didn't even establish a company until I was like, all right, until I make someone's yearly salary in a day. Mm-hmm. That was my biggest goal, you know. And if you don't have a goal that's challenging like that, don't even bother.
Right.
And if you have never given out trade ideas and actually handled the losses from people actually taking your trade ideas, and you can't handle that, you shouldn't even be giving out any trade ideas at all.
Facts.
True facts. There's been many occasions that I've gave out so many trade ideas, and majority sometimes hit my stop loss. But with me, with the mindset, I came right back and gave out some heat.
Facts.
So if you don't have that mentality, don't. Save the trouble, save the time, save the drama. Like you're just only hurting yourself. Because your credibility on the online Forex niche is everything. If you don't have that, and people just, dog you, for a lifetime. You become a meme.
But even if you're successful, people do the same thing because they're trying to bring
I still have haters till this day. And guess what? I'm still smiling. Like what? Because you're going to put a picture on a meme and I'm supposed to hurt my feelings?
Right.
I was like, man, you don't know all the trials and errors that I went through. Like ups and downs.
Like you said, some people have, everybody's gone through hard roller coasters.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's expected.
Some will have it harder than others. Like yours was harder than mine.
Yeah.
But I had my own trials and tribulations because a loss is a loss.
Yeah.
When you lose that monetary money, everybody's done it. Nobody's been perfect. Nobody is perfect. So everybody goes through those tests, right? It's a matter of how you come out and shine from it. How do you apply that lesson to what you learned before, turn around and apply it to what your information is that you have now, and utilize that to your advantage.
Yeah.
If you're not doing that, then to me, you're not going anywhere to begin with.
Yeah.
And like I said, that transparency portion is huge, and that's one thing that working with you that I've enjoyed and I've learned myself. You're transparent with everything. There are times that, like you said, you've given out multiple trade ideas, most hit stop loss, but you'll come back and that's the same mentality that now has been translated over to me when I do that. If I lose, I'm going to come back and I'm going to try and see if there's something that's even a lot better out there for us, right? So that grind is something completely different than just being like, hey, I'm starting this overnight.
Yeah.
If you're going to start it overnight, the big difference where I think everybody benefits from everything, right? So with your Telegram that you had for a year, granted, people benefited from that on the monetary side, right?
Yeah.
But you benefited from that 1,000,000% because of the fact that you did free research and development for your business.
Yeah.
But that took a year.
Yeah.
Right? It does not happen overnight.
Yeah.
Rome wasn't built in a day. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, that's facts.
Nothing comes up overnight, and if it comes up overnight, it's probably not good. You know what I mean? It has to. If it's too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. The only way that it works well is when you win the lottery.
Yeah.
And I don't know of anybody that's actually won the jackpot in the lottery.
Nope.
So if anybody knows somebody, I want to meet them because there's going to be the only person I'll probably ever meet in my lifetime. So it all takes the work, but that work, it translates into something that you want to be respected for as well.
Yeah.
So then at that point, it's like, why am I going to finesse? There's no point in that because I put the work in, right? I'm proud of what I've built. So if at that point you're just out there for the finesse, you don't mind that your name gets thrown and dragged through mud if you fail, because all you're going to do is just come up with another finesse plan after that.
Yeah, and that just becomes more of a heartache to deal with because now you're going to be looking at your back, to your left, to your right, thinking about what other people are saying or how could I, make this very discreetly and like people don't find out, and then you got to think about also of getting even caught, like how you're going to handle all many different, situations that's just thrown in there and you're like, damn, like I could have changed all this if I was just real. No one could ever say shit.
Right.
And especially if the people that don't agree, then cool. Because now you're in a principle within yourself that, I am genuine. I kept it 110%. If people don't see that, then, their mindset is just not up to par to where you're currently at. So it's just like, I don't know why people tend to finesse people over something about money, which money could be duplicatable no matter what industry that you're part of. You can get money anywhere. You could turn anything into a hustle. Like, the fact that you gotta take another person's funds for you to feel satisfied, it's only gonna be temporary. Because once you spend it, that's it. You're gonna have to try to finesse another person, and that's gonna catch up.
Right.
Like, I've witnessed a lot of people do it, and it's just like, why? Like, you know?
If people put the effort into finessing and actually learning,
You know how
whatever
much
the
you will
hustle
save?
is, like,
the
it's
amount
so
of-
much more worth
like,
it.
The amount of time you save yourself. Like,
It's worth it.
it's just, it's honestly mind blowing because, like, I didn't come, I wasn't raised like that. You know, like, I wasn't, brought up in the most greatest situation in my life. Like, I had very, very, very rough times, but there was never a time that I was like, all right, I got to hustle or finesse. Yeah, I had a hustle, but never finesse, like, knock down another person just for me to be alive. Like, if I didn't have it, I didn't have it. There was times that, I was young. I didn't know what was right from wrong. Like, I was stealing, and it became a habit. And I thought I was just like, it was just for me to just survive. But as you get older, you're like, damn, I can't be stealing forever. Like, I'm gonna get caught. There's laws, and there is laws. Like, especially when it comes to people that's involved in companies, if you don't have a lawyer, good luck.
Right.
Those lawyer fees are not cheap.
And that's when anything that's dark it comes out in the light.
Yeah, everything
right?
always comes out to light.
So sometimes it's just
Yeah,
easier. I've learned.
like, we could talk about this scenario that we probably talked about, and I've been waiting for this to come up to light, and just like how in the first company, did everything with great intentions, everything was going well, but then when the money started rolling in, you see how people start to change, and let them define who they are now, and then when they go on. And thinking that they could do better than you, and if you still remain humble, everything's gonna come into you in due time. So when that person left and was trying to, get another person in and keep, the scheme going in and finessing, and guess what happens? It all crumbles down.
Absolutely.
Now the person doesn't have a place to live. Car got repoed, because all the bad things happen, right? Because you continue to keep going that same path. And it was so funny because every person I encountered, just to network with, their name has always popped up. And it's just like, damn, you burned so many bridges with all these people that you took their hard-earned and try to say that you're doing a great business. And it's just like, I honestly don't know how you live with yourself and compose to yourself and be like, all right, damn.
But look at how quickly that went.
Yeah. And it only took half a year. And I was just like, it's not like I was waiting for someone's downfall, but it was just like, look, you signed up to what you wanted to start.
Well, it's one thing to prey on their downfall, which that never happened.
Yeah. I would never prey on anyone's downfall. I would just be like, hey, look, this is not in my hands,
But to witness it just tells me like that whoever gets to witness it and kind of saw it, foreseen it coming, that, they understood kind of what that whole business logic was behind it, and there was none.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you could see it coming and it actually happened, it came to fruition, and I mean, guess what? That was as clear as day that, just bad business move.
Yeah.
And there are people that are out there like that. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Like, what the other day, Clive posted a picture on Instagram, and this jackass wants to DM me talking about this, that, and the other, like, and like wants to tell me like, yo, can be finessing people. I'm like, yo, do you realize who you're talking to? Like, I'm with this guy damn near 24 hours a day, so I don't know what you have to. Like, I just told him flat out, I don't know what you have, but, bro, you might want to check that source, whoever it is, because, you know what I'm saying? I've never seen you finesse. I've never experienced you finesse anybody. But that just speaks to the people that want to try and bring others down, there's too much of that. And like, I hate to scream the, hey, let's all be united type situation, because it's never going to happen. You're going to have people that are going to hate
Oh
out
yeah,
there.
like
I'm waiting on the people that are going to start hating on me.
Yeah,
My name
like-
isn't even really out there. You know, like, I'm still a small person in the game, so to say.
Yeah.
But, you know, when that day comes, I'm just, well, whatever. I know what I'm doing. The people that know me know what I'm doing. You know, so it's just water off a duck's back to me.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
like-
keep it moving at that point.
It's like, man, like it's just like when you deal with like we'll talk on the subject on having hate, like because I get this all the time, and I honestly did like this year experienced probably the most drama I've ever experienced in my entire 28 years of living. Like, you know, so it was very interesting just to watch it happen, you know, like, and I'm the type of person I like to sit back and think like how a person would think, like how would a person react, and just by the action. So like seeing all that, you know, unfold, it was just like, wow, like this person is really taking all the time, like, and I love time. Like I always try to find like how I could value or impact the next person or make the person smile, even though if it might be a breakthrough. But like, man, like this class session was so dope. Like it's really like a whole community environment, like smiling, laughing. Like I could never meet you and you walk out here and be like, yo, like I spent to what it's 11:08, right? And it's like, man, this was pretty dope. Like I'm gonna come back again. Like, and then for a person to have so much hate, like, you know, and I think that's the person that you sent me. He had no profile picture.
Yeah.
You know, it was the same person from March. And it was like, look, we're in December already. Like, I wasn't even the same person at March.
Right.
And
That's what blew me away.
The funny part is that your hate is allowing you to remain that same person. So it's like we're heading into a whole new year, and you're still that same person. It was like it really talks about people's personal growth, and they don't really take it seriously. So that develops that hate, and they'll be like, "Oh, this person's doing things better than me." So like the only thing that I could do is trying to bring them down.
Exactly.
So, but we want to live in a life where you want to be uplifted and you want to be surrounded by positive people. But when you have that person that's actually doing positive things, you just have that time to hate.
Right.
And it's just like, to me, I like to do the opposite. I love it when people hate me. Like it gives me a challenge. Like, you know, it's like, great. I don't need that as a motivation. It's just like, I'm going to take that and I'm going to run with it. Like,
Right.
you know, and I'm going to beat the odds, because that's what my track record of my life has been.
Well,
So-
it's kind of like Cat Williams said, right?
Yeah.
He was like, yo, if somebody doesn't like haters, give them to me, because if you're growing yourself and they're staying in the same spot, everybody needs haters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like a form of fuel to be like, you know what? I'm still succeeding while you're still sitting in the same spot, right? But he said, if you have 2 haters now, by the end of summer, you should be working on how to get 4.
Yeah.
So if you don't like them, give them to me. Cool, you know, because they're gonna be out there.
Yeah.
There's no way to get around it.
Yeah.
But I would just, for anybody that, I mean, can't actually recognize it or does recognize it and says, hey, you know what? Maybe I need to step back on that. Maybe I need to focus on myself, take some self-reflection, and actually change that. It's never
Yeah.
too late. If you're a hater,
it's
you
just-
could change that.
They're not satisfied of what their current life is. So
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, like the best part, like how I referenced earlier, it's just like the more you focus on yourself and the more you get things done.
Right.
You know, if it's one of those habits that if you feel like you have so much hate, just don't be on IG.
Right.
Don't be on any social media platform that's going to make you to compare to the next person, right? So like eliminate those things and see how much you get done with those time that you're always on those platforms or searching for things that, oh, I don't approve. Oh, this is not what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick to my comfort zone. Like, you know, there are people out there that just don't have a comfort zone. I love to say I don't have no comfort zone. I could go in anywhere and be like, hey, what's up?
And that's why you grow every day.
Yeah. And that's how you grow. You got to challenge yourself
Mm-hmm.
every single day.
Absolutely.
If you're not challenging yourself, then how are you going to get that hate out?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be that same person, be like, hey, next year, oh, yeah, this person's making this. He's traveling this. He's doing this. He's doing that. And it's just like, all right,
That's why
that person's doing his thing.
I can't wait till 2020, because when 2020 hits and Blue Cap is on the next level, the next one, because we started here at level 1, we're got to be at least level 2, right?
So we started,
here and there.
exploded, came down rock bottom, and then 7 days later established a new company, and then been riding through the roller coaster ride, you know? So, like, yeah, it's been hell of a process. It was kind of, I just wanted to be like, yo, forget it. Yo, Derek, yo, that's it, done. Like, you know, like.
And then you didn't. That man Derek did some shit, though. 7 days of website.
Yeah, it was an interesting week. It was just like back and forth, boom. Man.
Yo, for those of y'all that don't know, because he's behind the scenes so much, that man Derek is a beast. He is a beast. Go ahead and follow him on IG. I am Derek Perez.
I am Derek Perez. Most of you guys know that I always tag him when we upload the podcast. So you guys need some fire content. Honestly, I'm just saying this now. If you're in Arizona, he's the best photographer, like hands down. I don't want to
look at that promo style.
Nope. Don't even name all the photographers that shoot all the girls. No, I don't want to hear it. You know, dude's
iPhone 11 shoots all them.
He's been killing it for a long time. So.
Yeah, I mean, kind of what I was
and
saying.
never asks for clout. Like, hey, that's the most funniest thing. Like
so
his
he's always
mindset,
behind the curtains. He's the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, you know, whoops his wand. Like, whoosh,
boom, magic. But see, that's the thing though. Is like when you work on yourself. Or
Hold on. Pause that. What's the at? I am Derek Perez. Just go on my previous post and you see him. He's like, bro, stop, my iPhone camera is nasty. Hey, if you know how to edit, you're good. So.
Yeah.
But
what I was saying, if you have time to work on yourself and you're focused on whatever niche you're doing, right? Through what you're doing, you're at the gym daily. You're on the charts daily. You run your company daily, right? I still do have my 9 to 5, but then I'm focusing on my family, and then I'm focusing on Blue Capital. Derek is back here working on some form of content for one of many different clients, whether it's us or whether it's somebody else, our website, whatever it is. Not one of us has 1 minute to turn around and have that time to be like, you know what? I'm going to hate on somebody today.
I know. I'm going to go on IG and I'm going to post.
We don't have time for that shit.
Like, what? Like, I don't even have time for me to go from my bed to go take a shit. Like, like you're telling me you have time to message another person or the other person's significant other and be like, hey, your man is doing this.
Right.
I'm here to save you. Like, I didn't know I needed a superhero.
My response was, fuck you.
Like,
part of my language.
It's like, damn. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have time to do that, you could be focusing on something that's bigger and better for yourself.
Yeah. Like,
focus on your family.
That's crazy.
Focus on your significant other. You know what? If you're hating on me, go buy your girl some roses.
She might need them.
Exactly. I mean, because she's probably over there like, damn, he's hating on me today some way, shape, or form.
She might be saying it's about time.
Right. Exactly.
So, like, I don't know. Like, it's just, it baffles me sometimes, you know, like, where people's focus on, you know, with drama and, you know, who's trying to be the man. No one is trying. No, like, let's be real. No one is trying to be the man because no one knows how to be the man.
Right.
Like, it's physically impossible to be the man. That's clearly saying that you're perfect in all aspects.
Mm-hmm. And nobody is that. No.
Like, I am not perfect at all. Like, no, I don't like to like being referred to a leader. I don't like to be referring to a goal. I'm not goals. I am just another human being that's just trying to provide for his family and live my life private. Like, that's it. Like, I'm not trying to be recognized as being this and that. Like, I don't put myself out there like that, you know?
Yeah.
So
facts.
I just do the simple things that needs to be done, and I keep it moving and hold myself accountable because accountability is very important. Next day.
Yep. I think accountability is the biggest thing. that anybody can have.
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't care whether you are a student, whether you are a leader, whether you are anybody. Accountability is the biggest thing, because if you can become accountable, if you're not accountable now, you become accountable, you become responsible. You become responsible, then you're going to be able to live a responsible life and not have to worry about, fucking people over, finessing people for their money, or just living day by day. I don't want to live day by day. I don't want to be like, okay, well, you know what? I finesse somebody out of $100 a day. I'm going to go grab some good ass food.
Like, how do you live life like that?
And then I got to wake up in the morning and do it all over again. No. I'm good.
It's crazy.
I'm good. I don't get it either, but there are some people that just want the easy way out, and the easy way out is, like I said, either knock somebody else down and try and take their spot, which nobody can. I mean, if somebody tried to knock me down and I'm down for the count, how do you think you're going to fill my shoes? You know what I'm saying? Like, for anybody that I've built rapport with, you got to turn around and build that rapport with those people, right? And the first thing that a lot of those people are going to be is, hey,
and I
like Mike.
Yeah, and I see it all the time with, like, when people are doing business. Like, business is like such a dog dirty world. Like,
right.
What people do, like, if you want to talk about being prepared, you got to be really prepared, especially when it comes down to anything. Like, especially when it comes to protecting within yourself. Like, and I learned it the hard way. Like, I was just like, wow, so this is what life is, really what it is. Like, so, but, just for referring back to, like, just people just having the whole trading beef and this and that, be the trader that you want to be, and be unique,
right.
For yourself. Because just because you learn a method from a person doesn't mean you're going to exactly ideally trade identical, like, word for word from what he's telling you. You're going to learn his method and you're going to apply it. And then, if it works for you, great. You apply it, you just stay consistent. Like, you don't need to do anything special. Like, as long as that you have a full understanding and you're being consistent, that's all that matters. So
Thanks.
Like, you don't need to be that person that down talks other people on a platform for you to get your name out there. Because honestly, that name and how you're down talking about people are always going to remember for who you are. Your character speaks 100 times.
Yep.
So, like, if people are watching you, like, just bout mathing, down talking people, guess what they're gonna remember you? Oh, that's the dude that was talking shit about this person. Oh yeah, I remember him. Rather than from the person like, oh yeah, I encountered that dude. He has very great credibility. Like, he has great posture. The way how he talks, he's very intellectual with you. Like, he could connect to you on different levels. Like, that's how I like to leave an impact on other people. So they be like, oh yeah, he's a very good dude. Or I could speak behalf of other people and be like, yeah, you should trust him. Like, he's really good. He has great accountability. Like, rather than, a person that's always down talking, or if you don't have enough money to, to join a platform, then you ain't shit. Everyone has their own life situations. Everyone has their own life problems. Just because if a person's not truly investing with you, doesn't mean that they don't value their own lives and their own situations that's going on in their life, right? So you saying that, like, because you invested and it worked for you, it's not going to work for the next person. So you can't just straightly down talk people and say, like, yeah, now I'm making 50, 60, 80K a month. Like, I'm that dude now.
Right.
Like, you presenting yourself like that, you're listing a lot of flaws about yourself.
Absolutely.
And I'm never the type of person that's going to be like, oh, flashy this and this and that. Start down talking people because you have money now. Money could just be gone like that, and that's it. And then what happened to all that down talking? All that people that they're supposedly looking up to you because you're living a lifestyle. And then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember when you were driving that, driving that nice Porsche, just down the road, down talking, throwing money, going to strip clubs, that, like, unnecessary things, buying a lot of assets that's just sitting there. Like, now what?
Right.
Because everything could turn around, just the way how you treat people, like,
Well,
and what's that saying? You treat people the same way like how you treat your janitor. I think it was something like that.
How you treat your janitor?
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that before, but that's an interesting one.
It was a saying that I was reading about earlier today.
That's interesting though. Like, thinking about that.
Yeah, you gotta treat everyone equally. Like, like, I don't go in and be like, yeah, I'm better than you because I make more. My income, my tax bracket is different. Like,
Right.
no, people won't even know that I make money. I'm just be like, hey, I'm just that dude that wears small shorts and goes to the gym because I love my health. Yeah, very. So that's what Derek said. So. So, you know, and that's just me. Like, I'm just a simple dude, and that's it.
That's all about staying in your lane though and understanding where your lane is even at. So
hold on, I'm gonna drop a quote. If you stay in your lane, it's gonna be the only fast lane you drive in your life.
hey, that's interesting. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's the top of the dome.
Boom.
Now I need that.
Oh man. Right? You need to get that. Where's that drum machine with it? That's a good one though.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That should be the quote of the day tomorrow. I need to get back to that.
Yeah, you do.
Blue capital.
The
quotes.
Bigger picture.
Blue capital quotes. The bigger picture.
Yep. Because when you're talking about that bigger picture, like I said, $6.6 trillion. What is that? 2 6s and what? 8 zeros?
Oh yeah.
8 zeros?
That's a lot of money.
Bro, you think that not everybody can't get their slice of the pie?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I want to see every retail trader out there succeed. I don't care who you are. I want to see you succeed because, for one, I hate our government. Right?
Bro,
I'll say that.
That's like something I'm truly passionate about over everything. Like, I hate our government with a full passion. Like, if y'all really read,
we're gonna end up in Guantanamo Bay, me and Ken.
Look. I know, God. Right? They're like, damn, we gotta take this podcast down. But if y'all really read how our government is run, like, truly read, like, they have hands on everything, like everything. Like, I don't know if you guys honestly, if you guys are done watching this live and done watching this podcast, I want you to watch the show called Broken on Netflix. You're going to really learn about how greedy America really is. Like, yep. Oh my God. Like, I sometimes wish I could go back to Germany and just chill because, like, man, like, the fact, but that should be for another episode because, like, I will go off, and the amount of like knowledge that I have that what I think like most young individuals really don't know, and behind the scenes, it's just it's really mind interesting. Like
it's nuts, and the only way to right now in the world and society that we live in, the only way to get somebody to listen to you is hurt their pockets, right? Hurt their pockets, hit them where it counts, right? So if you want to hurt the government, if anybody wants to overthrow the government, fucking take their money. Real talk. Yeah. Like, hit them where it needs to be.
It's crazy.
And when you're talking 6.6 trillion, there's a lot of money in that market.
Yeah.
And it's just nuts. It's nuts.
And it's free information. But I know Madison's talking about the whole Donald Trump rally.
Yeah.
So
they had him downtown.
We shall see if he gets impeached. But man, that's really interesting though.
I think if anybody wants my quick opinion, it's going to pass the first round with the House, but it's going to fail in the Senate.
Yeah.
There's too many Republicans in the Senate that's going to be like, yeah, we're going to get him out. Nope. They're going to be like, absolutely not. Unless there's like 13 Republicans that are on the down low right now that are like, yeah, we'll vote not to, but they will, and they flip. Yeah. It's not going to happen. Because even then it has to go to a Senate court, and the Senate is the jury. So even if it passes those two, it still has to go to court.
Yeah, so they have all the jury all supporting Trump. They're going to be like,
exactly.
There he goes. We tried.
So we might see some volatility in the markets coming up. Yeah. But long term, I don't see it happening.
I just found like out of all of the crazy shit that went on this year alone by him, you waited all the way to December.
And the reason for that is because the first vote was supposed to be for this week. It's supposed to be like Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
Right? So then after they come back in January, which is like 2.5, 3 weeks, then they're going to plan on the Senate vote. The Senate vote will then be after that. Then the court has to happen after that. So we're talking 3 or 4 months in between. And then we're talking about, not actually having it happen until he's out of office anyway. So all this was to prevent him from running again because he's going to be in office the whole rest of this year, this coming year. So it's the last one. The only thing that we can do now is, I mean, I
Do you
don't
think
know.
this is all just a marketing play, though?
No. I think that this is something that really the Democrats really want him out, and I get why. I understand why.
I understand why. Yeah, but like, you don't think this is just like a marketing play, like for him just to, if he has enough people that, you know, they won't even allow him to be kicked
It could
out.
be a way to rally everybody up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, for
like,
November.
It's like I'm looking at all of the attention and everyone is all like 95% they want him impeached, but it's just like the way how I like to think about it is like the complete opposite. Like if he's gotten this far, you know, and especially getting all this rallied up, like, because you gotta be more realistic. Like America thrives off drama.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and we see that every day.
And it's just honestly giving more opportunities for like investors to participate more in the market. So like, and they're thinking that, oh, Donald Trump is gonna get impeached. They're like, oh man, this is a time to really get in. Like, you know, so I don't know. I could be wrong, but you know, I just like to think the complete opposite. You know, complete. To me, it's kind of like a smart marketing plan. To me, if you're looking at it, like
Could be gain all these people.
You
to
have the world
support him.
all against you and rallying up and all this and that, and he's over here saying he's trying to make America great again. His words.
Yeah. Now, morally, I think that's out of the question.
Yeah,
I don't think morally he's a good person at all.
Yeah.
But business-wise and financially, our stock markets, I mean, it doesn't lie. Our stock markets have never been as high as they've ever been.
It's true. And
up until the past month.
And that really has been appealing as well too,
Mm-hmm.
because if when I marked up even the pair, I think it was on US 30, completely straight to the T.
Mm-hmm.
Came down, boom, boom, took off. It's like
Straight
it's
up.
taking off, like
Yep.
you know, and it's still gonna take off even when this morning. So
Yep. That's a whole different topic, though.
yeah,
So
so
we could get
I
political.
know we
on that.
could talk about this forever. I could truly talk about this forever. Like honestly, no caffeine, nothing, just straight, and just talk about all like the inside loopholes, man.
But see,
like,
this is the stuff, though, like wrapping it up here. This is the stuff that I've now become interested in because I can see where the economy is going. I see what's going on. I pay attention to
Yep.
it. And I feel like I have the knowledge to understand that, you know what, whatever is going to happen in my life, I don't necessarily have to worry for it because I have knowledge that I've gained.
Yeah.
I've grown year over year, and next year is only going to be even better.
Oh,
So, you know, if people did that, then, like I said, there's not enough time for hate. You feel more comfortable with your own life, and you feel confident that everything is going to be okay. I don't like living day by day like, what the fuck am I going to do? Where's my next meal coming from? No. Let me be able to be like, all right, I'm planning for the whole next week,
Yep.
right?
So like I just where I'm gonna end this here. Like I got involved to trading so I could have freedom, and I could eat whatever I want, and then burn all that in the gym. Like that's all. That's it. Like that's all I ever dreamed. Like all them materialistic shit. Don't care. You know, being the man. Don't care. You know, I'm not trying to win, you know, an awards for being the best person ever, you know, or getting all the clout, getting all the likes, you know, like I don't care for that. Like really, like I could sit home and just eat a nice meal, travel the world, you know, and then be fit for myself. Like I'm not doing this for anyone else. Like, you know, so like just keeping it simple and not try to do all what everyone else is doing. Like if you like what you like, then just focus on that. Live your life private. Don't gotta say nothing. That's it.
Facts.
And that's really it. Like,
Facts.
you know, have your purpose and why you're getting involved into trading. Don't do it because you want to get money. Because that's everyone in this world trying to get money. Like
Yeah.
everyone's trying to get money. Like that's not even like a strong why. Like
If nobody was trying to get money, we wouldn't have jobs.
yeah, like someone got to do it, right?
Exactly.
Look at China. They're out here racking it up there. They're beating us in every aspect. Like if you guys watch Broken on Netflix, you see why China's beating us in everything. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Like, oh my God. But yeah. So I'm gonna leave it as that. That's the end of episode MJ/Braun.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate
episode 23.
On What's Beef.
So stay tuned for episode Kobe. Man.
Nah,
That sounds weird.
Can we call that Ken Griffey Jr.? I mean, his number was 24.
Oh man, now we going in baseball now,
He's a GOAT.
bro. Like, are you forgetting what I'm wearing right now?
Yeah, no, I see.
But Ken Griffey Jr. is a go too. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. 12:32 Magic.